can really understand what diabetes means or how you get there, you need to understand what insulin resistance means. Insulin resistance is caused by fat being stored in tissues that are not designed to store fat. I'm going to repeat that again. Insulin resistance is caused by fat being stored in tissues that are not designed to store fat. Now, you're now an expert in insulin resistance. Now, go and explain it to your children, explain it to your loved one. You know why? So that once this starts to happen, once they start to store belly fat, that you're not meant to store loads of fat in your stomach. Once they start experiencing that, they know that they are becoming insulin resistant and they will start doing something about it. Okay? The reason you need to understand what insulin resistance means is because it influences other chronic disease like cancer, coronary artery disease, hypertension, arteriosclerosis, obesity, which most of us experience, fibroid, oh my ladies, fibroid, which I will talk about later. I was hoping to talk about it today, but it seems like we have a lot to learn about insulin resistance. It also causes high cholesterol, arthritis, fatty liver disease. A person could look slim like myself and still have fatty liver disease. You see that weight at times doesn't really tell the whole story of what's happening inside of someone. Insulin resistance causes PCOS, known as polycystic ovarian syndrome. In time or over time, it will cause you cognitive decline like Alzheimer's, neuropathy, kidney disease, retinopathy, fatigue, tiredness, you're always tired, blindness. Are you already wearing glasses in your 30s, your 20s? Are your kids already wearing glasses? Oh, it's time to wake up. And then erectile dysfunction. Insulin resistant causes all of these things I've mentioned. Do you see why important it is? Because we really need it to live optimally. Insulin resistance is a central controlling health condition that talks to every one of these and increases your risk to every one of those conditions. This is why it's important to understand it. Heart disease is the most important of all of those conditions because it is the number one killer of people with disease. 33% of all people living with type 1 diabetes will die before the age of 50 due to heart disease. It is prevalent in people with diabetes and with people with pre-diabetes and type 2 diabetes. So if you're pre-diabetic, and I'll talk about how you know you're pre-diabetic by checking your blood sugar, your fasting blood sugar, and your HbA1c. Once you become insulin resistant, in time you become pre-diabetic when your fasting blood sugar is above 5.5. 5.5. When last did you check your fasting blood sugar? When last did you check your average 3 months blood sugar? If you haven't, please, I encourage you to do that very, very soon. You're diabetic once your blood sugar is 6 or above. It takes up to 10 years before you're finally diagnosed as diabetic. So now is the time to start working on your lifestyle, whether you're pre-diabetic or not, whether you're pre-diabetic or diabetic or already on metformin. It is now, as you listen to me, is the time to start doing something to improve your lifestyle so that you can improve your fasting blood sugar. Insulin resistance starts when insulin receptors refuse to take up glucose and shove them into our cells for energy because there's no room for it. Insulin resistance starts when insulin receptors refuse to take up sugar to put it where it belongs. When it refuses to do that, we have lots of glucose and insulin in the blood, which causes problems because the glucose is trapped. It can't get into the cells to give us energy and fuel our brain, hence the tiredness and brain fog that we experience. This is why movement and eating right resolves this condition, to allow glucose to come back into the cells, and we are back to where we used to feel, or how we used to feel when we were much younger. If you compare how active you used to be in your 20s or 30s, or even younger in your teenage years, depending on how old you are now, if you imagine how active you used to be 20, 30 years ago, you would understand what I'm trying to say. Back then, you were active and therefore able to burn fat quicker than now, when your fat cells are too full to get glucose into the cells to give you energy to be as active as you used to be. Accumulation of fat in the muscle and liver traps glucose in the blood. That's insulin resistance. Prediabetes, and then type 2 diabetes. The liver builds up fatty acids and you develop a condition called fatty liver disease, which can lead to liver failure and risk for cancer, kidney failure, because protein intake is very high, and increased total body inflammation. With time, people gain weight or prevent the loss of further weight, food craving, low energy, and impaired digestion. First, check your HbA1c, which is the 3 months average of your blood sugar. If you've never done so, or checked your fasting blood sugar. In the UK, if your blood sugar is 6.5 or above, you're diagnosed with diabetes. Between 6 and 6.5, you're diabetic, and under 6 is regarded as normal. Please don't accept that your blood sugar is normal if it is 5.9. It is not normal. It is not in the pre-diabetic range, but it should be flagged because you are on a fast train to being diabetic. At this point, you should be looking at changing your lifestyle to slow that train right down. Secondly, I would like you to try not to eat in a stressed state. If you do, your blood sugar will take longer to go back to normal after eating your food. If you eat in a rush and in a stress state, which affects our blood sugar, when you are stressed, your body can't do certain things. For example, reproduction shuts down because you can't reproduce when you're being chased by a lion or stressed. Your digestion also shuts down, which means breaking down food isn't important because your body's priority is to fight or flight to keep you alive. So the food you eat won't be digested or metabolized as it should. I am passionate that lifestyle can help prevent people from being sick in the future, but I am also passionate to say that once you are already sick, lifestyle is an underutilized tool to get people better. There's a way to get you out of this metabolic roller coaster. Work on your lifestyle using these 4 pillars: food, movement, sleep, and stress management, or relaxation if you want to say that, to help you feel better. Let me apply this to type 2 diabetes. Most people don't know that poor sleep affects their blood sugar. If you haven't had a good night's sleep, first of all, you don't crave fruit and vegetables the next morning. We all know this. When you crave sugary food, it is hard to make the lifestyle change you want to make if you have not slept, like exercising because you're tired. You're not able to have the energy to exercise. If you have had sleep disruption for a week, you can have blood sugar levels similar to a pre-diabetic. Not getting enough sleep causes the same changes in your body, which is insulin resistance, which leads to type 2 diabetes. Sleep deprivation is a significant stress on the body. So when you've not slept well and you look at the brain, you see a collapse of memory, concentration, attention, ability to take in new information, a complete collapse. That's the same thing that happens when you put someone in a stressful environment. Significant changes happen in the brain when we sleep. When you sleep, there is a sewage system, a huge waste disposal system that exists in your brain, and it gets really active when we sleep. As a function of being awake up there, as a function of being awake, there's a lot of processing going on all the time, and a byproduct of being awake and doing other things is a byproduct build-up, or causes a byproduct build-up. When we sleep for long enough and deep enough, and our body starts to clear up that waste. So we wake up in the morning refreshed and ready to go again. One of the things that gets cleared out when we sleep is something called beta amyloid protein. It is the protein that accumulates in your brain in Alzheimer's disease. Alzheimer's disease is a cognitive disease, is a cognitive decline or memory loss. You could see your children or your partner and not remember them or their name. When you sleep well, you remove beta amyloid protein from your brain. Sleep is a key factor that contributes to the development of Alzheimer's. I mean, poor sleep. It demonstrates how interlinked everything a simple lifestyle like sleep contributes to cognitive decline, blood sugar regulation. Poor sleep is a problem for type 2 diabetics, or on one level. So I'm trying to say that poor sleep is a problem for type 2 diabetics on one level. It makes you more insulin resistant. When you are sleep deprived, your biochemistry is changing and you are more resistant to the hormone insulin. But also sleep deprivation affects you because you are unable to make good lifestyle choices like diet. You are not motivated to exercise, which is going to contribute to your type 2 diabetes. It's a double whammy. Stress is also one of the pillars that contributes to type 2 diabetes. If you look around society, we are underslept and overstressed. This is why many are struggling with diabetes. I don't think it can be addressed with just food. I know I am eat to heal, but other lifestyle factors play a role. Stress response is a good thing. Our stress response should go up when we feel like we are being chased by a lion. Our stress hormone known as cortisol and adrenaline should go up. They turn us into a good version of ourselves, which is a good thing to run faster. Our muscular strength goes up. Our brain function goes up. We pour out sugar into our blood to help give us energy. It is a good thing if it happens for 30 minutes to an hour, and we use it to run away from the danger and everything comes back to normal. However, the problem is in the modern world, it's not a lion that is chasing us or attacking us. It's our life. It could be your to-do list, your email inbox, trying to contact you on WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter, and they can't get hold of you. And they try to phone your mom or your family to get hold of you. This constant pressure that we feel now are all stressors on us, just like poor sleep is a stressor on us. These are okay if the stress only exists for a short term, but if it carries on long term, they become a problem like type 2 diabetes. Acute stress, short-lived stress is a good thing. Chronic stress, however, is problematic if it is day after day, week after week, and month after month. This is how it contributes to type 2 diabetes. I have a diabetic client who was on metformin, who joined one of my private WhatsApp group. He was already exercising right, but not having a good night's sleep, which meant he needed to take metformin to reduce his blood sugar. As I worked with him to improve his diet, he started sleeping better and longer. His doctor gradually reduced his metformin dose until he didn't need it anymore. Metformin isn't a medication you want to stay on long term. It reduces your B12 level. Metformin doesn't address the underlying cause of type 2 diabetes. It's like putting a band-aid on a problem or on a wound. It will continue to cause havoc in your body. Your vision will decline. You can start experiencing joint pain, arthritis, heart disease. Your cholesterol level could go up. When your kitchen sink is flooded because your sink is blocked, you don't go scooping the water. You don't go scooping the water on the floor out with a bowl. You unclog the sink to stop the water from filling up the sink and flooding the kitchen. It's not all about food, like I said earlier. I also taught him how to manage stress, because all these lifestyle changes contribute to maintaining a balanced blood sugar. If you don't know where to start, look at your life. Choose the pillar you feel you need the most work on and start there. If your diet is good, you might want to prioritize your sleep for the next 2 weeks rather than trying to further improve your diet. If you need someone to hold your hand through this journey, sign up for my private WhatsApp group to start your journey to healing. We're starting this weekend to prep ourselves. I will teach you how to cook, eat, move, sleep, and manage stress to prevent or manage chronic disease if you're already diagnosed with one. I really do wish you well on your healing journey, and we will talk about fibroid next.